Hi, this is Dan Pygott from Royal LePage Sussex Pygott Properties, and welcome to your July market update. Now, it's hard to believe we're about halfway through 2025 already, and as you know, the real estate market has been a bit of a mixed bag. We got out of the gate fairly quick in January, and then it slowed down, and we've just seen more and more listings and lower sales volumes in the last several months. Now, June is going to be interesting. When you see the headlines, there is some positive information out there saying that the market is starting to flatten out. We're starting to see that amount of new listings slow down a little bit. The decline in sales we've seen in recent months is leveling off as well. But as somebody that's in the marketplace, I can tell you the market feels sluggish. It still feels similar. The open houses are slow. The days on market are increasing in listings, and we're seeing people have to sharpen their pencils and price more aggressively to get the activity and find a successful sale. So why is some of the data showing that the market is improving? Well, it's because we're looking primarily right now at year-over-year data, meaning when we looked at the difference in listings and sales for April to April and May to May in 2024 and 2025, we saw these massive increases in listings and huge drop in sales. Now, when we look at the year-over-year data in June, it's leveled off. There's not as big of a differential in both listings and sales, which some would say looks like we're seeing a leveling out of the market. So as I was digging into the data, I thought, okay, where were we last year? So let's just rewind quickly and look at what did we say in our June or July 2024 market update.
Now, last month, we talked a little bit about what we were expecting after the interest rate drops in early June. We figured the market would pick up and gain momentum as it launched into the summer. And unfortunately, we did not see that last month. And now looking at the stats, what we saw was kind of the reverse, where there was twice as many listings as there were sales in a lot of the areas of the Lower Mainland, including North Van across all property types. That's detached, attached, townhouses, and condos. So as we can see, last year, we were talking about June did not perform the way we expected. We saw a massive increase in listings and a big drop in sales. So when you're looking year over year, that differential is not as great as it was in previous months because we hadn't seen such a sizable spike in listings and drop in sales earlier in the spring of 2024. So what we need to do today is look more closely at month-to-month data and week-to-week data. So moving forward, if you have your property on the market or thinking of a listing, you need to reevaluate your numbers every 2 to 3 weeks because the market is changing that quickly. It doesn't mean you have to change your price, but it just means we need to make sure we're looking at the most accurate and relevant data so that you're positioned properly for success. Buyers, it's the same thing. If you've been looking for 6 months and you think $1,000 a square foot is a good price to pay for a condo, well, today that may not be accurate. So we need to look at the current data on a week-to-week and month-to-month basis, more than just looking at year-over-year. Otherwise, we can get a bit of a skewed perspective. So anyways, hopefully this just helps you kind of know what's going on. If you want to know exactly in your neighborhood, your week-to-week change, let me know, give me a call. We're happy to sit down, go through that information with you. Have a great start to the summer. Stay cool, stay safe. We'll talk to you in August.